Mia. Not the Russian baby supermodel, like Mia herself, the gorgeous 21-year-old influencer. You must have seen a million different clips on Tate. What are your thoughts on him?
To be fair, so I have watched a lot of the Tate content because at first I didn't know who he was, and then I remember just getting a multitude of comments just likening me to him, just being like, oh, she is the female Andrew Tate, well, referring to my
characterization,
character. Exactly, referring to my character, but a lot of people don't know that it is a character.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of this stuff, and I can say that there were certain points that he hit on that I would agree with. You know, like the guy isn't just speaking absolute BS, but he's obviously also playing a character and is trying to get a reaction, a rise out of people. And that's why, you could attribute his success to the shitstorm that he's caused on the internet, pissing off women, riling up incels, and then the guys in between that are like, you know what, some of this stuff really makes sense. Or like, I wanna have like nice cars like this guy, and like, who cares if I'm bald? Women will love me regardless. Whatever.
See, Adam?
It's actually my biggest fear in life. I mean, if I went bald, kill me right now.
Listen, but when you think about it, like if you produce a lot of testosterone, you get like a lot of body hair. It starts receding here. So he could just like make the whole claim that it's like, I'm a walking testosterone machine.
No doubt he's a masculine dude. No doubt.
Absolutely. Yeah. I completely credit him with like, being very masculine, being very manly. But there's certain things that I disagree with, because I feel like he typically generalizes the role of a man and a woman, and I feel like relationships should exist within the own bounds that they set for themselves. As in, people are different and everyone has like a different life experiences. So personally myself, although I do portray like a gold digger and I do have my own personal expectations for a relationship and men, I would say that at least the relationships that I've been in, I've been very clear since the beginning what are my boundaries or my bounds. I do believe that a man, if I'm, speaking of a heterosexual traditional relationship, the man protects the woman. Man is the breadwinner. Women, they're more of like the nurturing kind. And, biologically, that argument does hold value. That's just how it is. Men are bigger, men are stronger, normally, usually, unless you're like Ronda Rousey. And women are more nurturing. We make babies and we take care of those children. So, but for me, it's more like I'm looking for a life partner. I have a lot of ambition myself, but I do always revert back to those traditional roles, especially in my relationships. Like I cook, I clean, I take care of my man, but I'm a really good multitasker, so I do all of that while running my own 6-figure business. So I do have time for all of that stuff. So
multiple questions for you on this, because when I was 21, if you asked me a question like this, I'd be like, I don't know, bro. Like, where the bong at? Like, I probably like both your, like, I'm very impressed with Gen Z. We're gonna talk about Gen Z as a whole throughout the show, but I'm very impressed with your answers. Ultimately, what we're talking about. So, 2 questions follow up. You must appreciate the fact that he's playing a character and getting a rise out of people, because that's exactly what you do.
That's exactly. I mean,
so you must appreciate that, yeah?
I do. Ever since the beginning, I knew he was playing a character, and I was like, I know exactly what this guy is doing, because I do the same shit every single day. I wake up and turn on my phone.
Oh, you knew that. You're like, this guy's definitely playing a character.
I can just like
your spidey senses.
Yeah, of course, it's a character. Like, not everyone is going to be like a walking character 24/7. There's right. It's for sure a character. Right. But I do believe that there is some, like, he does obviously believe in the things that he says, but he's not going to be an asshole about it and walking around and be like, oh, that woman, that's property, whatever. I'm sure the guy has respect for other people, just common human decency.
Well, he even said in the interview that we did, he said, listen, we're in an eyeball economy, attention economy. Like, this is how people grow their brand and get clout, is eyeballs. And he even said it himself. He said, you said men are stronger than women.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna debate that.
Like, I don't want to fight you.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't want to fight you either. Let's just keep
simple.
But okay, so I don't think but he'll say, so everyone knows that. That's not that shocking or alarming. But if he says women are weak, all of a sudden people are like, what do you mean? Like, essentially the same thing, but different.
One gets people more hype.
One gets people riled up, more hype. One's like, yeah, cool, whatever. So he knows what he's doing. His father was a chess player. He's very intentional, right? Patrick BBD wrote a book called Your Next 5 Moves, Wall Street Journal #1 bestseller. So on a chessboard, you got to be thinking 5, 10, 15 moves ahead. So he's thinking ahead when he knows what he's doing.
Question based on that, do you think he knew he would get banned?
Oh, I think the writing was on the wall for everyone these days. If you're doing controversial things and you're questioning the system, I don't think he got banned. I asked him this point blank. I go, if you can, if you were Vegas and you were putting odds on why you got banned, was it the chauvinism and the toxic masculinity, or is it questioning COVID or questioning governments and systems? He's like, oh, I already know. It's questioning the matrix, as he calls it, and the system and the powers that be and the global elites and the big tech and big pharma. That's why he got banned. It's not because he's like, you're a dumb bitch. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people think that. Like, if you ask most girls, like if you ask most of your friends, 21 years old,
right.
so remove Mia from the conversation, remove Natalia from the conversation, and most of your friends in their early 20s, mid 20s, and you said, why do you hate Andrew Tate? What do you think the most common response would be?
Well, before I answer that question, I would like to say that referring back to like life being a chess match and all of that stuff, him getting a reaction, and instead of saying men are biologically stronger and choosing to say women are weak, it's actually very intelligent on his behalf to do that, because immediately his opponent is going to get a rile from it. So now they're caught off guard. Now they're angry, and now they're talking from emotion instead of logic. So that's exactly what he's doing. So by doing that, he's already weakening the person he's having a debate with, because now they're speaking from emotion and it's not from a logical standpoint. And he knows exactly what he's doing. So he's chill, and he's going to come off like very confident in what he's saying, what the messages that he's trying to portray. So that almost gives him immediately a position of power. So that's something that I've noticed, right, like literally off the first interview that I saw of Andrew Tate, and I was like, what a very smart guy. I have to give it to them. But when I speak to maybe like my friends that aren't necessarily thinking the way that I do, because, I do this for a living. I basically manipulate people into thinking that I'm a certain way in order to get a reaction.
Guilty.
Yeah.
Like, this girl, what is going on here?
You can't
Get her on the show.
But they obviously would feel some type of way, because they are falling into what he's trying to do. He's trying to incite some type of riot. So that's what he's getting at. People especially my generation, we're very fueled by our emotions instead of thinking logically and stuff. So I mean, he knows exactly what he's doing in that department. Like, everyone would be pissed the hell off.
So most of your girlfriends, there's rules and there's exceptions. You're very clearly, both of you are exceptions and exceptional. But most of your friends, just to pinpoint their thoughts, how do they react to a guy like him?
I mean, we I don't think we really debated it. It was just more like, what a piece of shit. And I'm just like, okay, well, I mean, his character is really shitty, but a lot of people would argue that for my character as well. So, I mean, I can't really be a hypocrite, can I?
So if you like that clip, click right here to watch another. Or if you want to watch the entire Soscast, click right here.